What's up, everybody? It's Adam from the Film Find podcast at thefilmfind.com, here with day 4 of our 31 days of Halloween horror. Cue lightning effect. So today's movie basically comes to us from Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson, we all know, is the guy behind all the Hobbit movies and the Lord of the Rings and all that jazz. But before he was a giant filmmaker in New Zealand, he was a tiny filmmaker in New Zealand. And today's movie is 1992's Dead Alive, A.K.A. Brain Dead. This is a fantastic movie. Still to this day, I believe it is the most amount of blood I have ever seen on screen at one particular time. Maybe Tokyo Gore Police comes sort of close. I don't know. There's a ton. There's buckets and buckets of blood in this movie. And it's so nice to see Peter Jackson's older films, because you really see that there was some sort of a talent there. Basically, the story of Dead Alive is a guy is he's in love with this girl in a shop, but she will never give him the time of day. But it turns out she's a little bit of she's a little superstitious, so we'll call it that. So she gets a tarot card reading and says the man of your dreams will basically be under this sign. He's inside the store, knocks over some stuff, and she's like, oh my gosh, here's the sign. You are the man of my dreams. And so their courtship starts and everything. But it is tough for Lionel, our main character. It is very difficult for him to lead a normal life because his mother is insane. I mean, she is like the stereotypical crazy mother, very controlling, has everything to do with his life. One day she is bitten by a Sumatran rat monkey, and who they brought over, and who is just... he creates zombies. I mean, to, not put too fine a point on it. And so she starts falling apart. But Lionel, even though his mother is absolutely terrible, he still loves her so much. So much so that even when she's dying, he's like, you know what, I'm going to try to take care of her. And, tries to fix her up as best he can, put on a dinner party. And, but it kind of gets out of control. She starts going and killing people. And you know what? Let's just put dear old mom down in the basement. Members of her friends and things like that, the bodies start piling up. And Lionel tries to keep everything, status quo, run life, as it's supposed to. But as you can imagine, with a cellar full of zombies, that doesn't work out too well. But the special effects in this movie are fantastic. Some of the greatest special, makeup special effects that you'll see anywhere, especially like in the world that we live in today with, CGI and everything else like that. It's really nice to go back to movies from the 80s and 90s and stuff and see them actually do physical things to, have real proper gags. And I gotta say, no one does it quite like Peter Jackson in Dead Alive Brain Dead. It's interesting, though, when you really look at Peter Jackson's early work, the fact that they gave him the Lord of the Rings and said, go and we're going to give you all this kind of money and this is what, we think you are good for. All he did was, he had, Brain Dead and Bad Taste and Heavenly Creatures. I mean, he had some good films, but they were not films that you would just go, this is the man to helm our multi-million-dollar empire that we want to run. And but boy, did it sure pay off for them. So, but that's it. I mean, I'd love to talk more about it, but it's just I want to let the movie kind of speak for itself. Dead Alive is it's a fantastic time, and like I said, it's over the top, and you'll know the question to the answer that everyone has always wanted to know. Do zombies have sex? And if so, what happens? Damn, I love this movie. Alright, everybody, that is today's movie, Dead Alive, a.k.a. Brain Dead, from 1992, directed by Peter Jackson. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything like that, please feel free to email me at thefilmfind@gmail.com. Also, you can go to thefilmfind.com, and there you'll find the links to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, all that crap. Please do that. Coming up this weekend, we have our review, our podcast review, so go to iTunes to subscribe there. Our review this week will be of Alfonso Cuarón's Gravity. Got to see that, thoroughly enjoyed it, and so follow us on the podcast for that. Until next time, take it easy, guys.